Okay, I think we are ready to get started. So let's jump right into our webinar. Welcome, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us. I am really excited today to talk about some of the new things that we have coming your way. Just a couple of items. We do have chat for you, so please ask your questions in chat. We have people waiting to get those answered for you as you think of them. If you do not get your questions answered today, but you would, you need to, you can contact your account manager. So if you're a current customer, just send your account manager an email, and we'll get those answered for you. Or if you're not a customer and you would like to learn more about what you see today or just in general about ClientCircle, go to clientcircle.com/demo and we'll get somebody there to help. So today's going to be a little bit different compared to other webinars. It's going to hopefully be short and sweet to kind of share some of the things that we have coming, but we're going to follow that up with future webinars over the next 3 or 4 weeks to announce other things that we have coming. So I'm going to tell you all the stuff that's going to be coming today, and then you'll be able to see those things in action in the future. And I'll kind of tell you when all the dates of that stuff is. We just have so much to talk about that we could not put it in one webinar. So we're going to give you things in little pieces. So let's go ahead and dig in to see what we have for today. So first of all, ClientCircle has been around quite some time. We have helped a lot of agencies grow over the years. We have a full suite of marketing automation systems. We help you improve your referrals, which is really what we were born to do. We help improve retention, overall improve client relationships, which is really tough in today's world. You know, your business, you really have to do at scale to be profitable, and we can help you do that at scale, but then also make sure that you stay in touch with customers and, you know, that doesn't hurt your relationship. We have a bunch of analytics as well built into our tool to kind of show you how well you're doing. And the best part about our platform is that we work with the smallest agencies all the way up to the largest firms that want to be able to distribute this system out at scale to, you know, hundreds and hundreds of agencies across the country. We have thousands of agents on the platform, and with that, we have a great group of people with us today to talk about some of the new things that we have coming. So what are we going to focus on today? Well, I want to, first of all, tell you we have so many things that are coming. So first and foremost, we have a new sales and service platform that we are putting inside of ClientCircle. And on top of that, we have a new way for you to, you know, add tasks and keep track of work that needs to be done at your agency, as well as, you know, apply some notes and things like that to every customer. One of the coolest features we have coming is what we call inbox sync. This is going to allow you to synchronize your email with, you know, your Gmail or your Microsoft account so that all of your email is connected in with your customers inside of ClientCircle, and even send email from your personal inbox when it makes sense. So we're really excited about that. And then we have all new automations that are coming. So you're going to be able to, you know, automate a lot of the things. And all of these things are built on top of a new customizable UI. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. And we're really excited about this new UI because this, you know, will provide a platform for you to really create your own experience and your own tools and things. So every agency works just a little bit differently, or maybe you have your own custom processes that you want to tweak and, you know, be able to, you know, outshine your competitors, to look differently and to work differently. And we think that you need to be able to customize your UI and make it your own. And so that's what we're rolling out today. And it's, you know, really focuses on a CRM that you can control and really, you know, make it your own. So without further ado, I think the best thing for me to do is to switch over into demo mode and let you kind of see it in action. So I'm going to switch my screen over 1 second, and I'm going to show you some of these demos. Okay, here we are. Welcome to our new UI. Before I show you all the neat little things about the UI, I first want to highlight our new left navigation. As you notice, things are going to be grouped into different categories that are more related to the products and features that are within that section. So, for example, we've grouped all of our account management items in the CRM section. So here's where you're going to go to add and remove contacts and accounts, which is a new level of object for us. You haven't seen the accounts yet, but we're going to be sharing more about what accounts are and how they group contacts in the future. And also engage is where you're going to manage all of your campaigns and communications. Reputation, of course, is where you will manage your net promoter system, testimonials, and reviews. And sales, tasks, and workflows are all new things that we're going to get to in the future. But this is your sales and service workflows, as well as your task management system that we're going to get into very soon. Before we do that, though, I want to introduce you to our new UI. One of the things that about our new UI is that we've applied this across the board. So whether you're looking at accounts, contacts, policies, communications, really anything, we want you to have one way to interact with that data. So once you learn how this new UI works, you can apply it across the board, and not every screen is going to be different. In fact, every screen is going to be very similar. So that means that once your team learns how to use it, really you teach them how to use it in one place, and they can kind of get the feel for it across the board. So let me show you some of the neat things about this new UI. This view that you're looking at is what we call panel view, and it's really broken into several panels. First, you have your list panel over on the right, and then your detail panel your list view on the left and your detail panel on the right. So on the left here, you have a list, of course, and you can group it in lots of different ways. In fact, let me show you really quickly just how customizable this UI is. Let's say that you like being able to see things by pending, active, or terminated, but maybe you want to see it a little bit differently. We can go into our account list view here and simply change. Maybe I want to group it by account type instead of status. And now you can see this is grouped by personal accounts and business accounts. That quick and easy. And in fact, if you want to, we can even save this as a new setting. So we can just copy this, and we'll call this one account list by type, and go ahead and click save. And now I can simply swap between those by clicking this one here, and then I can go back to my original. Let's go ahead and change this one back to status. Okay. And now I have two views. I can look at account list or account list by type and simply switch between them that quickly and that easily. So that's a quick view on how you can change things to really work for you. So let's go back to our account list here and show you some of the other things. The other ways that you can customize this, let's say in your list here, you want to change some of the information that you have over on the left. So maybe we want to see the account number instead of the email address or the legal name. We can simply go into our view again, and then under here where we have subtitle, we can change this from email to account number. So let's go ahead and do that. And now you can see that we have Levi LV321 over here instead of the email. Let's go ahead and change that back. Again, we can just go in here. We'll change our subtitle back to email. Now we have our email back over on there. But maybe we want to view the account number over here on the right side. We can also do that. So we can edit our detail view this time. So let's edit our detail view. And we will add the account number column here. And maybe that's the first thing we want to see. So we're going to drag that up. We're going to hit save. And now I can see my account number on the detail screen as well. That's great, but maybe we want to even have a different screen for account numbers. We can do that. We can go into a secondary view here, and then let's edit that secondary view, and we'll remove everything except for the account number and the account status. And let's hit save. And now we have a very simple view of just account view and status. Of course, then I can go back to details and view the more details there. Another way that we can streamline this view is sometimes you have a lot of empty fields, and maybe we want to declutter things. We can simply go up here and we can hit settings. We'll flip on a little switch here to hide empty fields, and now we only see fields that actually have information in it. That's really helpful when you have accounts that have lots of different fields and you only want to see the things that actually have data. Speaking of, when we have data, we also want to make it very easy for you to edit that information. So we have a neat little thing called edit mode. When we turn on edit mode, it makes all of the fields that are editable on the screen. In fact, I can change my account number to ABC. Maybe it's XYZ actually. So we can update our account number there and hit save. And now that field has been updated. And it's that easy. There's no need for an additional form or anything like that. It just works. Of course, down below each item, we also have additional details about them. So I can quickly view notes about that person. I can view additional contacts that are in the account. And then I can also view products. This is another really fun thing about the UI. Not only can you change fields and where things are and what shows, you can change literally what the field is called. As everyone knows, we like to call policies products because that's the way that we think about that, but that might not be what you think of. Maybe you think of products as a policy. So we can simply change it to policy, and now that tab is called policy. Or maybe I should, call it policies. We can also do that. And so now that particular relationship is called policy instead of products, which is really nice. So we make it very easy for you to rename, those things. In fact, we can go even a step further. Let's say we want to shorten this from account number to just be account. We can do that. So we can go into our account settings up here, and we have all of our different fields. Here we can actually change the name of individual fields so that when you save that, you can see now it just says account on here. So you really can make this UI your own. Call the fields what you want to call them. Change the values right away and really make this UI look and feel like your own. So I have a few other neat little tips and tricks I want to show you though. So panel view is really great, but sometimes we don't want to see our data in this type of layout. We want it in a little more condensed view, and that's why we have table view. So here I can view accounts grouped very similarly, but only in a table view setting. So instead of looking at them, side by side in a list, I can view table view. And then if I want to see details, I click on one and it opens up that same detail view again, where I have those additional views that I want. And I can again drill into the policies and things like that. But you can see how all of this is named the way that you have named them before. So, okay. So from here, we also have a new view called card view. And so in card view, you see things essentially what we like to say in cards. And then you can even customize the data that is in those cards. So if I go into my view settings again, I can click settings and remember that account number. Let's go ahead and add that account number back in there. Again, you can see it has the name that that we changed it to. So that applies through all of our drop downs and everything. So we're going to add a count on there. Now I have that in the view as well. So this is a really cool way to really customize the data that you have in your cards. So here's another neat thing about updating data. I don't need to go into this particular account to change the status of the account. I can simply drag and drop it over into the new section, and it has updated that account to be terminated. Very quick and easy to do. Of course, you can disable that if you don't want to have that functionality, but that is the way that we think a lot of the sort of workflows are going to work to make it easy to get things done. So that's card view. And now let's show you another neat view that we have. This is what we call calendar view. So this calendar view here, we have labeled as just our active account calendar. And what we can do on our calendar when we edit this, we can view the calendar types, either month or week view right now. And then we can change the background color so we have it as green. This is based on the account status. So you can change what that thing looks like based upon their status. So if it's active, it's green. If it's terminated, it's red, and so on and so forth. And actually, you can change those colors, which I'm going to show you. Of course, then you can change the title. Maybe we want to have that account number field in there. We can do that. Or if we want the title of it to be name, we can save that as well. So very customizable in terms of what that calendar is. And again, instead of needing to go in and edit a field, if you want to change the data on this, we simply drag it to a new date, and you can see that that would update those fields. So, okay. I want to show you now what I meant by the fact that this new UI is applied across the board to all of the different things that we're using. So let's go look at our reputation system, and I want to go into the Net Promoter Score for a second. And you can see it looks very similar. We have our panel view, but this time it is for surveys, which is grouped by promoters, passives, and detractors. So you should be pretty familiar with the new UI because it's going to be similar to all of the different places. In fact, let's go into card view. Let's see what we have in card view. This time we have our surveys broken up and by resolved and unresolved. Essentially surveys that as you know, if you follow our best practices, we believe that it's really important that, especially for surveys that people have given you comments, that you give them a call, that you make sure that you resolve them. We want to make it as easy as possible for you to kind of group those. And you can see I have 9 of them that are resolved, and quite a bit of work to do, 214 here in this sample account that need to be resolved. So we want to make it as easy as possible for you to just drag those over into the resolve category as you get them done. So it gives you a really quick way to look at them. But again, we also have table view as well. Table view now is grouped by when those items came in. But if we want to, we can change the grouping, of course, by our table view, and instead maybe we want to group our table view by responded as well. And now we can simply drag again from, let's go to our unresolved group. We can drag this up into our resolved section if we want to, very easily. So all of the functionality sort of applies across the board. Another way that we can do this, if we want to, we can just select items that we want to do in bulk, and we have this really nice action here to resolve or delete the responses or unresolve them. So I can just resolve all 6, and now those are done. And again, calendar view is also available inside of surveys, and now this time it's grouped by when the responses came in. So very nice ability to kind of use this UI across the board regardless of what your data is. Okay, one more thing I want to show you is, let's go back to panel view real quick, and I want to show you our new filtering abilities. So right now I'm looking at all surveys, but I can also go to a filter that I built previously that shows me just the items that are to review. However, let's find a way to prioritize these. Maybe we want to review our detractors before our promoters. So we can change our filter. We can update it here, and we say, let's say we want our NPS is a detractor. And now I have the ability to view all of my detractors, and I can use this across all of my different views. So I can go to table view and I'm only looking at my detractors. I can go back to panel view, and again, I'm only seeing my detractors. So really easy for you to update filters and view things across the board that you're looking at. So um, with that said, that's our new UI. I do have one more fun thing to share with you. And of course, that is dark mode. Yes, we have dark mode coming that will be released along with this new UI. So I'm really excited about that. But before we go today, I want to jump back over into the PowerPoint and give you an idea for when our next short webinars are going to be, where we talk about some other new features. So one second, let me flip over. Okay, so coming up October 23rd, we're going to have a webinar. We talk about tasks and notes. So keep an eye out for an email on that. I'm going to dig into the task functionality and how you can take detailed notes and attach files and all kinds of fun stuff to that. On the 30th, we're going to talk about inbox sync. This is where you'll be able to see the email synchronization happening between Gmail and other things. Then also we have sales and pipelines that we're going to be speaking about on November 6th. And then again on November 13th, we have sales and service automations, where we're going to dig into how to automate those things. So go to clientcircle.com/webinars to view all of the webinars. And again, thank you very, very much for your time today. If you have questions, again, it's clientcircle.com/demo if you're not a customer, or if you are a customer, please contact your account manager, and we're really excited to hear what you think. So have a great day.